What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another Code Peterson tutorial. This is another GB Studio demonstration that came as a request from our comment section. So as always, I appreciate you people reaching out and sharing good ideas or questions you have of GB Studio, because then I can try to figure out a solution and show that to you to help you with your games. So please keep those requests coming. This request was asking, is there a way where we can use the platform engine? There's that floating functionality where your character can kind of glide down instead of just falling down. Is there a way where we can toggle that on and off with the use of power-ups in this game? So that's what we're going to do. This is version 4.3.2. So you want to make sure this is a newer version that you have on your computer. If you haven't updated in a while, you want to make sure you do that, just to make sure you have all of these options that are in this version with that cool platform section we're going to look at in a moment. This is a simple level. We have a little character we're going to talk to. We have a trigger where if we go and fall down that hole, it'll just bring us back to the start of the level. And then these are solids all the way around. It's a simple platform setup. If I go here in the upper left-hand corner to my sprites, you'll see that if we have this character, is just a fixed direction character that's on there. It only needs to be one frame, pretty simple for that. Or if you would rather, you can make like an icon of an umbrella, like our character is going to float with an umbrella. And then you could have that be the item, like if you were Mario picking up a fire flower or whatever. We're going to have our character talk to this character who's going to graciously give us a umbrella that we can use to float through our adventure with. Then here we have our princess sprite, and it's a platform player. We have the normal idle right, moving right, jump right on there. But then here I did add a custom animation. Remember, you can do that by going down here to add animation state in that plus. And I called this one float. And this one, as you can see, princess, instead of just having this animation when jumping, when she's floating and moving slowly through the air, we can have this umbrella showing there. It's how we're going to illustrate that. And if I select this character, I want to make sure that the collision group is on 1 for this character. And I have this marked as a solid. So when Princess goes to talk to that character, she's not overlapping the character, causing the dialogue to keep coming back up. This way, you just have to collide with the character in order to create the dialog box. The first thing we'll want to do, though, is with collision group 1 and is solid on hit with the player. We're clicking on that right there. We're going to go to add event, and we are looking for engine field. And there's this option in here that says engine field update. We're going to click on that, and that's going to give us access to all of the things that are available in our platform engine. And we want to find float active. And on here, we want to have that checked on there for float active. That's the first thing we're going to do. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add an event and then put in a display dialog. Use this magic umbrella to float for 10 seconds. Make sure everything fits in that text option. Since our characters are down here at the bottom, we don't want to cover them up with the display dialog. So on here where we can go to layout, and it asks us position, say top. That way it shows up at the top and doesn't cover our characters. We're hitting the character, we're colliding with that character, and then it's going to allow our character to float. And then we have this display. Now you could do this a variety of ways. I want to have this character be able to float for a certain amount of time. You might be gliding and then accidentally let go of the glide button and then go to push it again, and you would lose your umbrella, which we don't want to happen. So in this case, right after that, and after the character said they're going to have 10 seconds, I'm going to go add an event, and we'll go ahead and we'll put in a wait timer in here. And we said 10 seconds. You can make it whatever you want. So we have the 10 seconds on there. And then after that, I can actually go up here to where we have our float active and copy that event. I'll go down here to the bottom and paste event after, and then we will uncheck this. in our settings up here, we have everything ready. As you can see, if we go here to platformer and we go to this area underneath enable feature jump and you keep going down, we have this enable feature float. So I have this checked, but I have my float active unchecked because I don't want it active on the start of this layout. And then here we have the animation state in there that we use, the one called float. And I'm saying that I want the float input to be holding the up button. If you want to, you could just say it's the jump button and hold it. Well, we'll just do that just to show you. And then down here, we have our float velocity and all of that. So you can kind of fine tune that as close as you want it to get for your game, depending on what you're doing with. Now we'll go back to game world and let's try this out and see how it works. Run the program. Here's the character. So we're jumping, but if I'm holding the jump button, Princess is not able to glide. So we'll talk to this character over here. What's going on? Oh, use this magic umbrella to float for 10 seconds. And because over here we said that duration of 10, it starts after our display dialog. So we don't have to worry about taking too much time to read this because that 10 seconds won't start until we're done reading that. So now I'm going to press the button to get out. Our 10 seconds begins. Now I'm holding that and our character can now float for 10 seconds. And you can see right there, she dropped down because it was no longer active. So then I would be able to go back and talk to this character again and try it all over again. So there we have it, a power-up system for the floating function in our platform engine. Let me know if this is helpful in the comments and keep those ideas coming for more video ideas. They're always helpful. And I have a lot of fun creating those because it's making me learn more about this GB Studio. And it gives me an opportunity to interact with all you awesome people who are checking out these videos. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope we catch you on our next one.